Hey guys, welcome to the Gus Realty team. Today I want to introduce Gus. He is an amazing realtor, has been in the business for some time now and has been crushing it in the business. So we just want to talk to him about his journey to get here, where he's going, where he's been, and kind of what his aspirations are in life, just to get to know him a little bit better. Thanks for joining.
Sounds good. I'm happy to be here, and I'm excited to share a little of the wealth.
Cool, man. So just want to get a little bit of your background.
I was actually doing sales. I was doing sales for about 5 years, and I just really got fascinated by it, fascinated by helping customers out, communication, the marketing, everything that goes around a business and, everything that entails sales. I just loved it.
Gotcha. So what was like the first thing that like kind of triggered like, I want to get into real estate?
You actually. I remember just having a conversation with you. I think I met you at the gym, and then you started talking to me. I was just like, what does this guy do? He seems like he's really successful. Like I was just intrigued by the car you drove, the way you carried yourself, and I just wanted to learn from somebody else, and I just figured like you were somebody I just gravitated towards.
Oh, cool.
And then you talked to me about it, and it intrigued me a lot.
Yeah. Actually, Gus was a client of ours first, and he had a lot of questions, was very interested, and I said, man, if you ever want to do this, you can always, I'll definitely support you, help you out, you can join my team, anything like that, because we always want to help each other out.
Right.
And you could see like a spark in his eyes and a fire, desire to learn and win and grow, so that was a cool thing. So I do know a little bit about your background beforehand, and before that you were in sales with like Deluxe and
for Deluxe.
And you were the #1 salesman, right?
Right. Yeah, I was actually the #1 salesman for years running.
Wow. And that's in the nation.
Yeah, at every site that they have in the U.S. I actually want to sell more than 25 or 30 homes this year. That was my goal that I had from the beginning of the year.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you're already on track. I think that hitting 30 homes would definitely be something that is very obtainable for you. And you've already been crushing it. I know you were having like 5-6 escrows in escrow at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. That's awesome, man. I know we kind of talked a little bit about it, but I can ask this question because before you joined the team, you were interested in real estate and we got to know each other, and you were interested first in joining our team, and then later down the road you were like, well, maybe I'll go somewhere else and this and that, and you were kind of looking at different options, which is good because people need to do the due diligence to themselves to make sure they make the best decision. So after looking at other options,
what really stood out to me at the Gus Realty team was #1, yourself. I just saw the leadership that you held for the people that you led, and I just really liked that. The trajectory that you've had over the past years, it's amazing the amount of transactions that you've done, the amount of houses that you've closed, the amount of people that you've helped. And I just honestly wanted to learn from the best. And out of everybody that I interviewed with, nobody impressed me like you. That's really why.
Man, I didn't pay him to say that.
You really did.
Yeah, man. That means a lot to me, and because we're on camera, I won't shed any tears. But you touched me. That was important, man.
Pretty much, it's very steady. We get a lot of transactions. We get a lot of clients. I feel like everything that we do is top notch.
Yeah.
The branding, the videos, the photography, the interactions with our clients.
Absolutely.
How we go above and beyond with the moving truck, and a lot of things keep me here from going somewhere else because they don't really have that.
Yeah.
They don't have everything that we have to offer, and I feel like I'm just at the best place that I can be at.
Yeah. And you work your tail off, and I appreciate that. And what's cool about it is, some days we'll be in the office together late hours, or some days I'll be at home and you're calling me like, hey, I'm writing this offer, I got this situation, and it's like, when does Gus sleep? And
I thought about this a lot, and I would say one thing is my daughter, for sure. She's my motivation. But apart from that, what really keeps me going, I feel like I'm addicted to success.
Hey, that's good.
What I mean by that is when I see myself starting to grow, when I see myself starting to succeed and starting to actually, do what I knew that I could do, it just feeds me so much to get that next level, hit that next step, and just keep grinding.
Right.
And I love just seeing the results. I feel like the results is what really pushes me to do more.
Yeah.
If I didn't see results and I, did all this work, then I would kind of be discouraged and be like, what am I doing all this work for? But
Right.
if I see the results and I see how fast I'm getting there, it definitely pumps me up.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's good to see you grow from no knowledge in real estate to knowing what you know now and pushing forward and working with so many people. I mean, usually people that just get into this business, close maybe, I know people that close 0 in their first year, and I know people that have closed 5 in their first year. And obviously there's some rock stars, like less than 1% of the population out there who close 20 their first year. And you were definitely up in that bracket in your first year, working part-time, by the way, just crushing it, closing transactions. So your work ethic, I think, has a lot to do with that.
Yeah. I definitely see myself still doing real estate for sure. I feel like I'm going to do real estate for the rest of my life. That's one. I do see myself getting more into the investing part of real estate.
Absolutely.
I want to be able to flip homes. I want to be able to have some rental properties and,
Nice.
Pretty much just take it another level up.
Take it to the next
I
level.
want to definitely have some income coming in where I'm not working for it. It's
Right.
working itself.
Your money's working for you.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's awesome. And I know you've already purchased, your second home. Obviously your other one was sold and then you bought the other one. But so you have experience buying on your own too. And you're just right there at that point where I know your next house, you're telling me your next one is an investment and you're like getting ready to pull the trigger on that.
Right.
So it's coming pretty soon.
Yeah, it is. And I'm excited for it. So that's literally the next step for me. And the next goal I have is to have my investment property for sure. The number one thing is get a good realtor. I feel like if you have a good realtor, he's gonna guide you the right way. He's gonna let you know all the correct information and let you know what programs are out there. Let you know that it's accessible to pretty much anybody. So if you think that your credit's holding you back, if you think that anything is holding you back, your income or whatever, try it out. I would say that anybody can be a homeowner as long as they have the right person helping them.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it. And
Awesome.
I would say do it because a lot of people are on the fence if they want to do it or not, if they
Yeah.
can make the payments or not. And everybody that I've helped out with the fear, it definitely got taken away once they were a homeowner.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty, some fear involved. Am I going to be able to make the payment even though you qualify for it? And you're like, well, in a week from now, is my job going to pay me enough to make the payment? There's a lot of what ifs, right? There's a lot of fear. And yet at the same time, majority of the people I talk to are like, wow, I am so glad I bought this house. I'm so glad I bought a house. I'm in a much better position in my life than I would have if I didn't own this home.
Right.
My payment for my house doesn't keep going up, but my rent used to always go up. You know what I mean? I never had any savings, but now I own a home. I have equity in my house, and I could sell my house and take the equity, or I can do refinance and get the equity out. So, like you're saying, there's a lot of fear, but it does not overcome the positive side of it, right? The benefits.
What I've seen is most of the people that are getting ready to buy a home in the first place, it's like they're kind of prepping towards getting there. They're starting to work on their credit, they're starting to work on paying off their debt, they're starting to, work hard at their jobs to get an increase in pay or, make a little bit more money. So it's like they're already prepping to make this big step in their life, which I see most of the cases. I don't know about yourself, but for me, it feels like they're getting ready to be homeowners.
Yeah,
Like they're actually taking it serious in their lives, and it's nothing that they're gonna mess up. It's something that they're already, working themselves up for.
Absolutely. So, what advice would you have for a first-time investor that is interested and maybe they're scared about investing? They own a home or whatever and they want to invest, but they're
I would say if you have money, you know, if you're doing well and you have a little bit of money to invest, real estate, you don't lose. You know, the value of land never goes down, first of all. And if it does, you know, depreciate for the housing, it's going to go back up. So you don't lose. You know, you're just going to have your money sitting in the bank, or you're going to have it work for itself and grow.
Yeah.
Which most of the times with investors, that's why they invest in real estate, is because their money grows, and it's a great investment for anybody starting out.
Yeah. I've invested in several properties, and I've had the same fear, and I still have the fear anytime I buy another investment. It's kind of like an adrenaline. It's almost like I'm like an adrenaline junkie for that thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, skydiving, yeah, you're afraid, but that's what makes it exciting, right?
Right.
And people just do it all the time. And it's not like they're not afraid the next time, but they know what the end result is going to look like,
Right.
and they might still have that same fear. Like, let's falling from the sky is probably almost always gonna be scary, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, and I kind of take that into my business of investing in properties, and it's always been, of course, I'm careful how I do it, but it's always been the best decision I ever made. Every single property I've ever purchased has been like the best decision I ever made.
Yeah, and that's the perfect scenario that you just planned out.
Yeah.
Jumping from a plane, I would say just dive in. You're
Dive
never
in.
gonna regret after you jump off that plane. It's gonna be the most amazing experience that you ever had.
Right,
So,
right.
learning, you know, good or bad, you're gonna learn something, and
Right.
it's gonna be something positive for your life. So it's gonna
And
be
no matter what, if that's the only house you ever buy, or if that's the only plane you ever jump out of, basically you live that experience. It's always going to be a story. You're always going to have either that house or have that experience of that house, and so it's worth it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. What advice would you give to like a new realtor that you know, because you were fresh in the business and then just straight out got out there and conquered?
The best advice that I would give would be just start out willing to learn. Because if you start out trying to be the best or trying to, you know, overwhelm yourself with all of this, like I was in the beginning, I always want to be the best. I always want to do the most. I always want to like, then I have to like eventually catch myself and be like, you know what, like I just need to be here to learn. Sell transactions or not, I just need to learn, because every single day that I'm here, every single day I make a call, every single day I do a transaction, I'm getting better, I'm learning more, I'm getting more experience, and it became easier and easier over time. So I would just say, give yourself some time. Don't be hard on yourself if you don't sell a property in 6 months, even a year, because you're gonna learn something and eventually you're gonna sell a property.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. I like how you said that even if you don't sell a property in a year, don't give up, keep going. Usually you don't get that kind of advice from anyone. That's some real advice. Like, who says that? Like, if you don't sell a house for 1 year, keep going. Wow. That's like, oh yeah, you want to get into this business, and if you don't make any money for a year, keep going. Matter of fact, if you lose money, keep going.
Right.
That's some tough advice to take. And we just sat down with another agent on our team who was in that situation where he didn't sell anything for a year, and now he's doing a great job and crushing it.
Right.
So you're absolutely right, and that was a good point. My last question for you, and feel free to add anything else you want, is
it's tough sometimes. I would say the best advice that I can give is, you know, like one person or one situation or one agent is not worth messing up your whole entire business that you worked so hard to build.
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have that any business, anywhere that you go. You're gonna have one bad experience, you know, one bad plate of food, whatever it is that you have.
Right.
You can't just X them out and be like, this place sucks or whatever,
Wow.
I'm done with it.
wow,
You gotta be like, it's you know, I've been here before.
Yeah.
This place is good. Same with us. You know, like I've had so many transactions, 80%, 85%, 90% of them have been great experiences.
Yeah.
A little bit has been a little, you know, rocky, rough, but it's not worth giving up. It's not worth, you know, not trying or being like, I
Right.
quit, you know, screw this, or I don't want to do this anymore.
right.
You got to
Yeah.
just keep going. I mean, it's
Yeah.
if you see the bigger picture and the big vision for yourself, your life, and your business, you got to keep going. This is not a job. This is a business, which means that, like, you know, if you don't make money in the beginning, that's okay. You're building something. This isn't a 9 to 5. This isn't
Right.
like you're paying me a paycheck every single time I come in.
Right.
This is something that you're growing. This is something that you're getting known for.
Right.
This is something you're building a name for yourself for.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna know me, yourself, for real estate, which is what we're here for. We're here to let everybody in the Antelope Valley, you know, everywhere beyond that, know that we're realtors so they can give us a call and use our services. That's what we're here for. We're not here to clock in and clock out and get a paycheck. We're here for much greater things than that. So you gotta know that coming into the business is that you're gonna be putting in the work to grow something bigger than you.
Yeah. So as long as you know what your goal is, what the future is that you want to have, that keeps you at a positive mindset when everything around you is just telling you quit, stop doing it, and
Right.
stuff like that. Wow, man. Hey, those are great words. I would say that you're Confucius himself, but I probably look more like Confucius than you do. You guys, thank you so much for joining us with Gus Rodriguez, the Rockstar Realtor. He's been on the team now for over a year. He's definitely killing it and making people smile, bringing joy to families' lives, helping people invest. If you want to get a hold of Gus, please feel free to reach out at him on the number here on the screen. And you guys just have a fantastic day. Thanks for joining us again, Gus.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you.